Welcome to Laredo College Digital Connections. I'm Michael Gonzalez. Our intent with Digital Connections is to share with you the very latest news and information from Laredo College. On this edition of LCDC, we will discuss the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on our local economy and what measures are being utilized to aid in our recovery. The Laredo College Economic Development Center has assisted business and industry with training and education for many years in an effort to keep our local economy growing. One of the college's closest partners over those years has been the city of Laredo. So, to provide us some insight on the current status of our economy as well as our outlook for the future, we have on the program Mr. Teclo Garcia, Economic Development Director for the city of Laredo. Mr. Garcia, thanks for joining us on Digital Connections.
Thank you very much for having us, Michael. Thanks to you and the work you and your staff have done here at Laredo College, along with the leadership of Dr. Solis. We appreciate you guys, and we're so glad to have you all as partners, especially during this time.
Thank you. So my first question is, what have been the financial repercussions of the COVID-19 pandemic in our local economy?
Well, as you know, Michael, the impact is very wide in scope. You know, we can talk about everything from our bridge crossings, which is revenue for the city, which provides money for public services like police and fire and streets and so forth. We are down on our international trade, our commercial traffic. We're down on regular vehicle traffic. Our pedestrian crossings are down 80%. As you know, our restaurants and bars, retail stores have been closed for many weeks. There's been a little bit of activity with retail to go and drive through and that kind of thing. But you look at our school districts, you look at how many people have been furloughed or laid off. So the impact is wide in scope, and it's obviously not just here, but throughout Texas and the country, and of course around the world and for a lot of countries. So. Yeah, it's very wide. It's hit about every sector of the economy, from transportation to healthcare and it's hurt a lot of people. It's had a lot of people unemployed. We really don't know at this point, how many folks or how many businesses are going to be able to recover. Although we hope for the best, we have to be prepared to understand that dynamic. But definitely the impact has been wide, very wide in scope in Laredo.
The Laredo College Economic Development Center works closely with the City of Laredo Economic Development Department. Are there any upcoming collaborative projects or initiatives in the works to help our local workforce with training or funding?
Yes, there is, and let me also say that you have done a great job here at Laredo College reaching out to our small business community with trainings and workshops or seminars, along with the Laredo Chamber of Commerce. Also our Mile 1 group, Laredo EDC, and the city funds many of those groups, but that they really have done a great job on their own, reaching out to their constituents to try to help them as much as possible. We have some things in the works right now. We've been working hard to get funding from the federal government to try to help small businesses. In addition to the Small Business Administration's PPP loans and so forth, we're trying to put together our own programs in funding from the federal government through community development to try to help a certain amount of small businesses. We wouldn't have money to help everyone, but we think we can help a good amount, and that program we're developing as we speak. So expect to hear something from us soon on help for small businesses in terms of funding from the City of Laredo.
Compared to the situation at the state and national level, how is Laredo faring as far as our economic prospects and unemployment numbers?
There's a couple of ways to look at this, Michael, and one is that we do have a lot of people who are unemployed. The last count from the Texas Workforce Commission on April 25th was the last number that I saw. Was from March 1st to April 25th. The Laredo area has about 12,500 people unemployed. Right, about 2 months ago, that number was at about 3,500. So, I mean, we've added a lot of people to the unemployment rolls, and that number still doesn't account for, that 12,500 number still doesn't account for the people that have not been able to get through to file. So there's still another certain amount of people that number needs to be added to. So, and percentage-wise, we don't have an official number yet from the Texas Workforce Commission. We'll get it here in a couple of weeks. But March's number, March unemployment was at 5%, which was up 1.5% from the previous month of February. And with the numbers they're showing me now and how it's trending up, I would venture to guess that we'd be in double-digit unemployment, which we haven't seen in Laredo since the early 1990s. So that's a significant number of unemployed. Going back to your previous question, how soon can we recover? Well, for employment reasons, boy, we really hope we can recover soon because we need to get people back to work. And one other group I forgot to mention is the Small Business Development Center. We haven't necessarily partnered with them in a lot of ways, but they provide a valuable service, and they've been helping people with employment, small business questions. And then of course our friends at Workforce Solutions are also doing a great job, and they keep us informed of all the programs they're doing. So that's those are all good folks to help when you're trying to get people back to work.
Mr. Garcia, thank you for providing us with this look into the state of our current economy and what the future may hold for our economic recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. Many thanks to you and everyone within the city of Laredo for your continued partnership with Laredo College. We hope to accomplish big things together in the future.
Thank you, Michael, for having me here again. Thank you for the invite. Just want to remind everybody that we are trying to get Laredo back on track. Whatever you can do to support local businesses, please do. Stay safe, be healthy, follow the rules, but get out there and try to help businesses and be cognizant of those who may not have a job and are looking for one. I also, Michael, want to thank again you and Dr. Solis and your board for y'all's leadership here at Laredo College, and we certainly look to working with you in the future.
Thank you. And that's all for this edition of Laredo College Digital Connections. I ask everyone to remember that together we are Laredo Strong, we are Laredo College Strong. See you next time.